Alright, we are here with major predictions. Finally, take two, because take one did not end up working out. It was ready to upload, but it got deleted on accident because it wouldn't export. Anyway, as you can see, I'm somewhere else. I'm home for the week. Um, so yeah, let's get into these predictions. I'm trying to make sure that my head is blocking the light, because then it gets all weird and terrible. So, Group A is Team Kaser from EU, FaZe Clan in version 1 from North America, and Detonator from APAC. Team Queso is probably the best team in the group, and Detonator is probably the worst, and it should probably go 3-0 in favor of Queso. FaZe Clan in V1, I would say V1, I think FaZe is the better team, but given recent performances, I believe V1 is going to cause an upset here in Game 5. Team Queso versus V1, I would say they have like about a very similar playstyle. Beast Mode and Vatira are about the same, and Calm and Rise are about the same. They play the same kind of role. I think Queso is just better at it. They're going to take V1 down 3-1. The highlight match, Team Queso versus FaZe Clan, two very equal teams. They're about the same. Oh wow, I completely skipped over FaZe and Detonator. That's because it's a 3-0. And back to Team Queso and FaZe Clan. Team Queso is just gonna outplay them. Faster and slightly more mechanical. Both both very solid teams, both about the same skill level, I would say. You could take it in 5. And of course V1 is going to beat Detonator. I'd say they give him a game though. So that means Team Queso goes to the semifinals, V1 and FaZe go to the playoffs, and Detonator gets eliminated. In Group B, there's NRG from North America, Endpoint from Europe, Renegades from Australia, and Furia from South America. NRG versus Furia. NRG's the better team. Furia struggled this last split. Don't think they're going to do as well. I'll make it close because NRG likes to struggle in the first round. Endpoint versus Renegades. I believe if you go back to the last major, Renegades beat them. It might have been Ground Zero, but one of the OCE teams beat Endpoint, and in the first round it's going to happen again in 5. Whoa, it's not 5 games, it's 3. But yeah, there we go. NRG versus Renegades. NRG is a better team. Renegades will get 1. Endpoint and Furia. Seiko is just going to overpower Furia, and Furia is going to get punished by their overcommitting offense. Even though it's a strong offense, it overcommits, leaving the net open, and Seiko is going to punish them in a 3-1 victory. Energy versus Endpoint, the main match of this group. I mean, the round 3 top match is always going to be the highlight match. Energy is going to lose 3-2 to make things interesting. And to make things even more interesting, Renegades are going to not win. Renegades are going to lose to Furia. Now this gives us a rematch for tiebreaker matches of the round 3 matches. And this time, Renegades know what to do. They're going to adjust and they're going to beat Furia. And the same thing for Energy. Energy is going to just win because Endpoint is just going to not do as well. Probably going to not necessarily choke, but they're probably going to fizzle out a little bit in 3-2. So Energy goes to the semifinals, Endpoint Renegades go to the playoffs, and Fury gets eliminated. Probably the second toughest group. In Group C, we have G2 from North America, Team BDS and Evil Geniuses from Europe, and Team Secret, which was formerly known as Noble before the organization decided they didn't want to pay their players unless it was through PayPal, which is not what you want to do as an org. from South America. G2 and Evil Geniuses. G2 is just a stronger team. Evil Geniuses have a hard time beating the top 4 from Europe. And if G2's top 2 from North America, it will probably be 3-2. Team BDS is just going to do what Team BDS does and just destroys Team Secret. G2 will do the same, but they'll lose one game. Not there. One game there. Team BDS and Evil Geniuses, as it will always go, will be in favor of BDS 3-2-1. Nothing against Evil Geniuses, just not as strong. Round 3, the very interesting new match, will be G2 and BDS. Go 5 for sure, but BDS will outpace them, and G2 won't be able to stop it. I can see an upset here where Team Secret beats Evil Geniuses, but I don't think they have the experience to do that. Game 5, Evil Genius take it. That makes Team BDS going to the semifinals, G2 and Evil Geniuses going to the playoffs, with Team Secret getting eliminated. In Group D, we have Dignitas from Europe, Sandrock from Middle East, Pioneers from OCE, and Space Station from North America. Probably the toughest group of all of them. Dignitas will be... Dignitas will play faster than Space Station, but Space Station with their demos might disrupt it. I will give it to Dignitas just for being the better team, but it will go 5. Sandrock Gaming, the best team that's not from Europe or North America, will easily beat Pioneers 3-1. Dignitas will also easily beat Pioneers. If I can get the mouse, oh there we go. 3-1 as well. Nothing against Pioneers, it's just the other teams are just so much stronger and have experience. Because the Pioneers are a fairly new team. Sandrock versus Space Station, going 5 for sure, and I'm going to give it to Sandrock because I think they're going to win the group. Dignitas and Sandrock is going 5, but if I have Sandrock winning the group, it's got to go to Sandrock. And Space Station will beat Pioneers in the game 5. Sandrock goes to the semifinals, Dignitas and Space Station go to the playoffs, and Pioneers get eliminated, unfortunately. So now we have a semifinals, the upper semifinals with Queso, Sandrock, and then the fall major finals rematch of Energy and BDS. And in the lower bracket we have Endpoint, FaZe, G2, Space Station, Version 1, Renegades, Dignitas, and Evil Geniuses. Endpoint and FaZe should be all these should be very interesting to watch, but this one will be good for sure. FaZe has had a good record against EU teams, but I don't think they're going to do as good. We're going to give it to FaZe, which is a change since the first video. G2 and Space Station. G2 is better, Space Station struggles. Go to 5 for sure. Version 1 is just the better team, 3-1. And Dignitas is just the better team, as Evil Geniuses cannot beat them. Or anyone above, who's the 4th seed? Endpoint. Okay, yeah. Dignitas, Endpoint, BDS, and Queso always beat Evil Geniuses. Except for once. 3-2. Yeah. FaZe and G2. FaZe doesn't know how to beat G2. Go to 5. G2 is better. Always has been. I don't think FaZe has ever beat G2 yet. V1 and Dignitas. New match that we have not seen before. I think Dignitas is just going to edge them out barely. Probably be like a game 5. Oh, game 5 overtime. Up in the semifinals, we have Queso and Sandrock. Queso will probably outpace Sandrock and probably out mechanic them, if that's even a term. But I have Sandrock putting up a really good fight and going to 7. Just like in the fall major, BDS is just going to be too much for Energy. Energy couldn't really do anything against BDS, but it'll be closer 4-2. Sandrock and G2, fall major they played and Sandrock beat them 3-0, but with Atomic, G2 is looking much better, but Sandrock will also have Ocalid instead of their sub Senzo. So it's a rematch with new roster. Let's have a G2 going to take it 4-2. Energy and Dignitas. Ooh, one of these teams has to lose? I want to see Energy lose. Like, nothing against them, but there's no way they do lose. 4-3. And we have our top 4 teams, which honestly has not changed since the last video. Team Queso and BDS in the upper finals, and G2 and Energy in the lower semifinals. Team Queso is a new team that has not really, like, they've handled pressure really well. It has not got to them. But BDS has been here before, and they always win. We're gonna change it up. We're gonna have Queso going and winning in 7. G2 and Energy. It's hard to pick against Garrett, Squishy, and Justin. But G2 knows how to beat Energy. One of the few teams that consistently can. We're gonna give it to G2, just so it's different. In 7, of course. BDS and G2. It's gonna go game 5. Or game 7. And it's gonna go to G2 because the team that loses in the upper bracket final tends to lose in the lower bracket final. So we get a finals of Team Queso and G2. For content, there's going to be a bracket reset. But Queso is going to be 2 Queso. Oh, not 4-4, 4-3. And Queso's just going to destroy them in the second one. So Team Queso beats G2. In the original one, I had the same kind of bracket reset with NRG winning over Team BDS, and then BDS wins the second one. But I'm going to switch it up. I mean, I think BDS will probably win, but I want to see this. So that means Queso wins, and G2 it comes in second, BDS third, and Energy fourth. And here are the standings of the outcomes up here. So this is how I think the major's going to play out. Probably won't be right. I mean, Detonators will probably get eliminated, and Secret will probably get eliminated, but anything else above that depends on who's going to pop off, and depends on how teams are going to be playing, who's going to be doing good, who's going to choke. Yeah, this one seemed a lot quicker to make, and there's a lot more energy, so it's probably better that happened that way, but that's gonna do it. I plan on making, or doing a stream tomorrow, opening up 80 drops, not 80, 60 drops, because I'm back on the PlayStation, and I have no way to do a screen record, so I have to like stream it from the PlayStation. If I can win 5 more games, there's a challenge for this season to win 15 games, you get a drop. I've probably played about 20 games. Nope, even more than that. I've probably played 30 games. And I cannot win. Going back to the PlayStation controller from Switch is a big change that I have to get used to again. And ever since the season started, I keep playing Grand Champs in casual matches. So I don't know what's going on there. But hopefully I can get 5 more wins by tomorrow and do that stream after I do that. But other than that, let me know down below what you guys want to see me do next and some video ideas. I mean, I have some ideas, but you know, I want to see what you guys say. And so that would be it. That's a weird ending, but you know. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.